Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz. This is Ron's Bank Shot Breakdown. We're going to go over 5 college basketball games for Tuesday, February 14th, 2023. Happy Valentine's, everybody. I'd love to cash some college basketball tickets with you guys today. Hopefully we get to do that. But if you like what you see, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my $15 Bank Shot best bet, you can find that at the Premium Picks tab at pickdawgz.com. Alrighty, let's get into it. Here's Super Tuesday in college hoops. First up, we go to the ACC as NC State takes on Syracuse. This one's 7 o'clock Eastern on ACC Network. I think NC State matches up well with the 2-3 zone that Syracuse likes to run. NC State takes care of the basketball. They're 4th in the country in turnover percentage on offense. And they're also top 100 in three-point percentage as a team and offensive rebounding percentage. We know with that 2-3 zone, you're going to get plenty of looks from the perimeter, and NC State is a pretty good three-point shooting team. And also that Syracuse defense, really year to year, usually struggles on the defensive glass because of the 2-3 zone. They're ranked 343rd right now in defensive rebounding percentage, so NC State should be able to get plenty of second-chance looks in this game. So offensively, I think NC State has a big day. The question would be, can they hold up defensively? And it's going to be tough, at the Carrier Dome against a good offense in Syracuse. It's a very tough place to play no matter how good or bad Syracuse is year to year. But I still think NC State is the better defensive team in this matchup. 54th in the country in adjusted defensive efficiency. They take care of the defensive glass. They force some turnovers as well, and they force a lot of tough shots, and 34th in the country in perimeter defense this season. I like to see that against the Syracuse team that has plenty of good three-point shooters. So give me NC State in this one. I think they get the W. In our next game, we go to the Big Ten Conference as Nebraska takes on Rutgers. This one, 8 o'clock Eastern on Big Ten Network. Rutgers and Nebraska, 2 defense-first teams. You got Rutgers ranked 2nd in the country in adjusted defensive efficiency. Nebraska's ranked 59th in the nation in adjusted defensive efficiency. But I do think Rutgers is the better team overall. They're playing on their home court, and I really worry about this Nebraska offense on the road, and really the Nebraska defense on the road. When we've seen Nebraska in their most recent true road games in the conference, they've struggled on really both ends of the court. In their last true road game, it was back on February 8th, so last Wednesday, they gave up 93 points to the Michigan Wolverines in a 21-point loss. The game before that, their previous road game to that game was on January 31st against Illinois. They only scored 56 points in that game. They gave up over 70 points again in a 16-point loss. The game before that on the road was against Maryland, where they gave up 82 points, lost it by 19 points in the end. And the game before that against Penn State, another double-digit loss, another game where they gave up 75-plus points, and another game where they were held below 70 points. So I don't really trust either side of the ball here for Nebraska when they're playing in these true road spots, especially against one of the best defenses in the nation. And a Rutgers team is probably pretty frustrated after losing back-to-back true road games themselves against Indiana and Illinois, games that were pretty close, low-scoring games. I think Rutgers has a nice bounce-back win in this game, so I'm going to lay the points here with the Scarlet Knights. Next up, we go to the Mid-American as Northern Illinois takes on Ball State. This one's 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPN+. In Northern Illinois, despite the lopsided win in their last game, 81-53, they gave up a lot of open looks from the perimeter to Western Michigan. Now, Western Michigan was not able to make most of those shots. In fact, they shot 19.2% from 3 in that game. That was the big reason why they lost that game by such a large score. But, Ball State on the other side is a very good three-point shooting team. They'll take plenty of three-point jumpers. They're 17th in the country in three-point percentage as a team. And the other thing that concerned me about Northern Illinois' defense in that game against Western Michigan was the fact that they took a lot of fouls. They put the Broncos on the free throw line 19 times. That's exactly what Ball State looks to do. Although this is not a very good free throw shooting team, they get to the line a ton. They're 4th in the country in free throws attempted over field goals attempted. So three-point jumpers and free throws should be aplenty at home for Ball State in this game. They're on a nice 5-game win streak, including one of the wins against Northern Illinois by a blowout margin, 87-69 on a true road game. So I think Ball State's already proven they can beat NIU. I don't really like the defensive outlook for NIU going forward, and on the road here, I cannot trust the Huskies. Give me Ball State. I'm going to lay the points. Next up, we go to the Big 12 as Kansas takes on Oklahoma State. This one, 9 o'clock Eastern. It is your ESPN game. And there's no doubting that Oklahoma State is one of the toughest home court environments in all college basketball, let alone just the Big 12. And Oklahoma State's playing really well at home as of late in the conference, out of conference as well. They're on a 5-game home win streak, beating Oklahoma, Iowa State, Ole Miss, TCU, and Texas Tech. But I gotta say, I don't think any of those teams are as good as this Kansas Jayhawks team, the defending national champions. And Kansas is playing really good ball themselves as of late, both on the road and at home. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. 2 of those were true road games. 2 of those were at home, and they beat Kentucky by 9 points. They beat Oklahoma last time out on the road by 23 points. It was basically a blowout from start to finish. And now you go on the road here, Oklahoma State. It's not going to be an easy game, but I do think Kansas takes care of the basketball really well. They're pretty solid on the offensive glass. They're going to be able to get those second chance opportunities, which is important against Oklahoma State, a team that forces a lot of tough shots, but doesn't force a lot of turnovers and doesn't really do too well on the defensive glass, where they're ranked outside the top 150 in defensive rebounding percentage. Offensively, I do think Oklahoma State is going to struggle in this one. This is an offense that's ranked 119th in the nation in adjusted offensive efficiency. They turn the ball over quite a bit, and Kansas, one of the best defenses in the nation. They're in great form, coming off one of their best defensive showings really all season, holding Oklahoma to 55 points at their home in a home game for Oklahoma. So, Kansas is in great form, and I think because of the recent success for the Cowboys on the other side, we're getting Kansas at such a good price. I think Kansas is the far better team in this matchup. The home court environment, that's one thing, but I think Kansas, a really experienced team, it's been there, done that. I don't think they're going to be too intimidated in this matchup, so I'm going to take Kansas. I'm going to take them on the money line. And the final game we're going to talk about for Tuesday's card in college basketball, it's in the Mountain West Conference as San Jose State takes on UNLV. This one is your late night game, 10 o'clock Eastern. San Jose State's on a 4-game home win streak. They've won plenty of games at home this season and in the conference, and those 4 wins in their streak was against Fresno State, Air Force, Wyoming, and Utah State. A really impressive win over Utah State last time out. But on the road, San Jose State's on a 5-game losing streak against Fresno State, San Diego State, Utah State, New Mexico, and Boise State. And now you're in a rematch spot here against UNLV. This is a revenge game for UNLV, who lost a heartbreaker in the first meeting in overtime by 3 points at home. Overall, UNLV had a great start to the season. In non-conference play, they were 10-0, and they beat some tough teams. It was overall a pretty weak schedule, but you still have wins over Dayton, Southern Illinois, Minnesota, Washington State, Hawaii, San Diego, some solid teams in that mix. And then they struggled in Mountain West play. They've lost a lot of close games, some overtime games as well. This is a really good spot here for a revenge win, a bounce-back win against the San Jose State team where the defense just does not hold up on the road. And really, the offense has not been great either when they're playing away from home. So give me UNLV here. I think there's a really good spot for them to grab a win and a cover. And that's it. Those are the games for Tuesday in college basketball. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comments section below. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. As always, this is Ron Romanelli. Good luck.